You're such an asshole.
The third fucking time I try to film this request. Keep getting people, what are you doing? I'm fucking working. It's before 5. It's a weekday. I'm busy. Did you call for a fucking reason? You see how you doing? Ugh. Fucking swear to Christ. You wonder how the world got up. I mean, this isn't even, it's just girls. Hey, what's going on? Fucking working, bitch. What about you? Collecting a government check? Fucking twiddling your twat? What the fuck? What do you think you should be doing? Anyway, we have a request from down under, and it's a Clarey Test. Aaron, could I please get a Clarey Test on Senator-elect Pauline Hanson? She gets the 2-minute hate from the media constantly, so she must be doing something right. Absolutely. You do not catch flack unless you're over the target. I'd like a video response, please, and would like to remain anonymous this time. So let me explain the Clarey Test. We'll look up Pauline Hanson. The Clarey Test, if you don't know, is a 4-question test that I use to determine whether I will initially trust a politician or not. Right? It is also a great test to measure the moral caliber of individuals and a great way to determine whether or not you even want to date somebody. And the 4-question test is this. 1, do you come from rich parents? If you come from rich parents, you get a point. You don't want points on this test. You want a 0 score. It's like golf. If you come from poor parents or at least middle income, you get 0 points. 2, did you major in stupid fucking shit in school, specifically the humanities or the liberal arts? If you did, you get a point because you're a fucking moron and probably an egomaniac on top of it. If you actually studied something that would be productive and produce something of value that society wanted, you don't get a point. You get 0. 3, did you work in the real fucking world? In real fucking world, I mean private sector. And there are certain sectors of the private sector that aren't real jobs. Journalism, nonprofits, CSR departments, human resources. So, I mean, you have to actually produce something of value, not just basically be a charity or an affirmative action case that people like kind of go give you money because it'll shut you up. All right? If you work in the government, nonprofit, touchy-feely, arts, education, you're a teacher. You get a point. Us real working people who actually produce fucking shit that people want, we get 0 points. What's the last one? Oh, the last one is what you're doing now. Are you still in fucking government? Are you a lifelong senator? Are you a fucking dipshit that never worked a real job like Nancy Pelosi, George Bush, Barack Obama? Hey, if you're one of those cocksuckers, you get a point. If you are actually kind of like Nigel Farage, he said, I'm done here, and he retires, you get 0 points. So, Pauline Hanson, let's go through her. Pauline Hanson, formerly Zagorski, born in 1954. She's an Australian politician. She entered politics as a member of Ipswich City Council in 1994. Oh, she's been in there a while. Pre-selected division, Let's go early life and career. We'll go chronologically. Born 1954. Parents Jack and Henora owned a fish and chip shop in Ipswich, Queensland, in which Hanson and her siblings worked. Okay, she is the 5th of 7 children. All right, she is not rich. All right, she worked as a young... Okay, so she gets 0 points. She did not come from rich folk. Met a refugee, left school, married later. She was 16, stupid move. Shotgun wedding. Hanson for another woman after several extramarital affairs. Hanson was heavily pregnant with her second child. This gal did not have an easy upbringing. Then they married it after she became pregnant. Boy, she just keeps getting pregnant, doesn't she? He started plumbing and roofing business. Hanson had 2 more children before the couple divorced. God oh fucking mighty, lady. Choose wisely. After which she opened up a chip and fish shop. Okay. She was blackmailed. Racist comments, Aboriginal clients. Well, do they pay or not? That's what I want to know. Pauline Hanson's One Nation. Activity between offices. Okay, so she didn't go to college. Born, political speech, preceded by... Oh, that's the career. Political party. Education. High school. Okay, so she didn't go to college, which is good. That's still better than majoring in the liberal arts. So she got 0 points over. So she was poor. Pretty stupid, bringing out all these kids, but then poor on didn't have any college education. So that's good then, too. She did work in the private sector. She tried to start her own fish and chip shop, so she gets 0 points there. She has worked in the real world. And then here's where I kind of she loses it. She entered politics in 1994, an early election due to administrative, but she narrowly lost her seat. 1996. So she's been in office for 20 odd years now. And I know that's okay. You were basically a mother. She's basically a mother the entire time. And then she tried to run a fish and chip shop. So yeah, you do have private sector experience, but then man, all you've been is a politician ever since. That's a solid 1. I'm even going to take a little bit because I make the rules. I'm going to even take a quarter point off because it was such a quick stint in the private sector, and I don't think she's been working anything else. Has she worked a job ever since? Like in Australia, if you're a senator, you're running for this parliament, if you're a member of parliament, is that your job? Or do you work a regular type of job? Hanson media coverage. Views expressed Aboriginal benefits, welfare, wide range, including need for a fair child support scheme concerning merchants of working class poor, ordinary person who challenged political correctness. Yeah, she's probably catching flack simply because she's calling the Aboriginals out on their bullshit and saying, quit being like fucking welfare parasites and start fucking bitching and whining, or stop fucking bitching and whining, because it doesn't get you anywhere. She probably cares more about Aboriginals because she actually holds them to regular standards than anyone else. But I know, feelings uber alles, right? My feels. What is my how do you pronounce it in Australia? My feels. That's what in America. We're feels uber alles. It doesn't matter if you're successful. It's just feelings. That's why she's collecting. That's why she's getting flack, because she's shooting from the hip and being straightforward and honest. Because she probably actually wants to help out the Aboriginals, but none of this like, oh well, you spit on another kid. Here's some more fucking money. I'm just assuming that's how it works over there, because that's how it works in every other Western nation. But yeah, she doesn't. I'm gonna say 1.25. She has a 1.25, which is still very good. She's just been in office a long ass time, and she didn't really have like a real job. I mean, you ran a fish and chip shop, and she sounds like, I'll be honest, she sounds like trailer trash. It's like we have this TV show, I don't know if you guys got it, Gordon Ramsay, you guys know Gordon Ramsay, the chef guy, like Restaurant Rescue, or Restaurant Impossible, or Saving the Restaurant, and then there's Robert Irvine, he's another guy I like watching, and it's always these dipshit trailer trash pieces of shit that I had to deal with as a banker, where they just run these restaurants right into the ground because they just aren't that bright and they're not that smart. They didn't do accounting. I think I can run a restaurant. And then they don't clean, and there's cockroaches and people get sick. And then those guys come in and say, you fucking idiot, what the fuck is wrong with you? So I'm not 1.5. I don't think she's been working ever since. So she had a stint in the private sector, but she's basically been a divorcee mother, a gal jumping from one guy to the next. Apparently she doesn't know about birth control. Tried her hand at running a restaurant, failed. I'm guessing. Someone tell me, I can't find anything else about what's going on here. I'm trying to find some kind of work she's done ever since. She wrote a book. So what? I write book. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. Fraud, conviction, and reversal. Yeah, she's all published books. Yeah, no, this is 1.5. Yeah, she better be like Nigel Farage and get out of office when she achieves her goals and mission. But yeah, 1.5 and a suspicious 1.5. Like, okay, lady, you gonna do anything else here? I mean, you're gonna, you can advocate the greatest things you can do, but I mean, what's gonna happen? Will she retire from politics, or will she just be like our Senator J. Strom Thurmond, who stayed in until 98 years old, and that's because this is the only job he could ever get? So yeah, 1.5. Under the circumstances, though, I'd be a little like, I don't know. So anyway, best of luck to you. Toodles.